Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, today you're going to do web authoring from year 2018 November, okay, October, November, paper 3. So, usually in your pen drive, there will be a source file, okay, as well as the question paper and marking scheme. And don't forget to create a folder inside your pen drive or on the desktop itself with your name. Let's say, for example, this is your pen drive, and then what you're going to do, so for example, this is your pen drive. Yeah, assume that it is actually empty pen drive, empty folder, and then you open your pen drive, and then you click 2018 November paper 3, and then here there is actually the zip file called 0417 underscore W18 underscore SF underscore 03. So you double click this, okay. After you double click, and then you copy the file, but you don't have to copy this and this one. Just copy this file, and then after that you drag to your folder. Drag means you click your mouse, do not release, hold it, and then after that you drag to your own folder, and then you release your mouse. Okay, this is actually your folder. Now in the question, yeah, we're going to start with evidence document. When you look here, open the file and 18.3 evidence.rtf and make sure your name, okay, your center number, which our center number is PN113, and candidate number you can choose any 4 digits number, and it must be placed in the header. Okay, now you go to your folder. You go to your folder, and then this is actually a folder, and then you open the evidence document. Okay, after you open the evidence document, and then after that you click insert, and then you click header, and then here you choose either one, either the first one or the second one. It's up to you, but for me, if it is evidence document, it's better for you to choose the first one. And then after that you type in your full name. For example, this is your name, and then the center number is BN113. It always be BN113 for our school. And then after that your candidate number, since you don't have any candidate number, you just type in 1234, or you can choose any 4 digits number. And then after that you go to the next question, and the next question they ask you to save as word process document in your work area, and the name of the file is N183 evidence followed by your candidate number. So here you click file, you click save as, make sure it must be in your folder, okay, in your own folder. And then this one, always change this to Word document. After this one you type in your candidate number, for example 1234, okay, and then after that you click save. So your evidence document is created and modified. And then now next one, we are going to continue with the next question. So this is actually done. So for the web page, task 2, web page. Remember, if you see web page or web authoring, you're going to use Microsoft Expression. So you will develop a web page for the construction department of Sheila's steel sheds. So efficient markup and style sheets must be used. All color code must be in hexadecimal. So before you start, you're going to create a new folder inside your own folder, and you name it as sheds. Okay, So you go to your own folder, make sure, and then after that you create new folder called chats. It must be exactly the same. Okay, do not change. And then after that they ask you to locate this tree file. Okay, and and 183 construct and 183 table style and SSS logo. So yeah, this is your folder, and then you're going to copy construct. You click control on the keyboard if you want to select. Okay, this if you want to select certain file only, and then after that you choose table, and then you choose logo, and then you click control C on the keyboard, and then you double click the sheets, and then after that you click control V, you paste it. Or if you have forgotten on the on the on the shortcut, and then you just simply right click, and then uh, you choose paste. Okay, so next one, the table style required by the company are all internal and external grid line for the table must be single border 4 pixel wide, which can be seen on the web page. So please remember class, when we are talking about external, external means it must the name of the selector is table. Okay, so the name of the selector is table, and then after that sorry, okay, and then after that the next one, if it is internal, the name of the selector is TT. Okay, so remember these two. If external must be table, and internal, the name of the style is TT. So all must be center aligned within the table, both horizontally and vertically. Okay, so here this is actually very important. Okay, when you look here, horizontally and vertically. Okay, now John, remember class, the sequence of color, if you ever remember, if it is hexadecimal, okay, the sequence of color must be first red, followed by green, followed by blue. Okay, so it must be, the sequence must be red, green, blue, or RGB. So here in the table here, you can see that it is not in the correct sequence, where at first it is blue followed by G, green, and followed by red. So you're going to rearrange again later, okay, on the sequence of color. So now John, a trainee, has created a style sheet and a 183 table style.css for this table style, and examine the style sheet and evaluate in your own words the syntax means error, syntax is error, and efficiency. What is actually the efficiency of the style sheet that they actually used? So before, when you are to examine, you're going to open the table. Okay, when you double click, when you open the table, it's either be you just simply double click, or you open Microsoft Expression. Okay, on Microsoft Expression, and then you can actually click file, you click open, try to find from your folder. From your folder here, let's say for example this one, and then it must be from the chats. Okay, from the chats folder, and then you click this table. Okay, and then this is actually the table that already created. So when you look there, So here the table comma td, so meaning to say that it combines the table with the td. Okay, so the background color is 0 0 0 0, and then the border width is actually 4 pixel. And then here in question it mentions that the both table and table is external and internal, which is TD, they're using 4 pixels, so it is actually efficient, the efficiency of the syntax, of the code. So now when you look at the table, there, it mentions that it must be first, the you look at the table here, the table and the external supposed to be, the color is supposed to be red, which full red is supposed to be FF. Okay, this is actually FF, and then green 0 0, and blue is 0 0. So here it actually give you the wrong sequence. Okay, supposed to be red means FF must be here. Okay, followed by RG. G green means 0 0, and then followed by blue, which is 0 0. Okay, and then the next one, TD. TD, it is actually the same. When you look at the sequence is wrong, because supposed to be, it must be begin with red, which is FF, followed by 57, and followed by green, blue, the last one. So you're going to rearrange back first. Okay, 5 red, FF red, and then after that 5 7 green, followed by blue, which is 3 3. So you change the sequence, and remember class, when we are talking about hexadecimal, okay, all the hexadecimal, the number, the code must be begin with hashtag. Okay, that is actually to represent the hexadecimal. So that is the syntax, the mistake where there is no hashtag. And then after that, the next one is here, the table and TD. Text align is center and vertical align is center, where actually when you right click your table and TD, you right click at the side. Okay, here you right click and then you choose modify. When you choose modify, under block, okay, supposed to be in the vertical align, it must be middle, it's not center. There is no center reserve word for the vertical align, so you change this to middle. And then here the text align, it is actually correct, which is center. So the syntax, the error is vertical align, and then after you click OK, so it changed to middle. And then the efficiency of this CSS is actually it combines table and TD together, because all this instruction, all this style is exactly the same, so they don't have to create one by one. And then as well as the border here, when you look there, border width, and then when you look at the question here, it mentioned internal and external grid line must be single 4 pixel. So they don't have to do one by one. Instead, it combined together, and then they put in one code, which the border width is 4 pixel. So I want you to go to the evidence document, and then after that you type in what is actually the evaluation just now that we mentioned. So could be the answer is both table and TD, border color RBGR, not RGB. RGB means R is blue, green, and red. Supposed to be the sequence is red, green, and blue. Okay. Okay, the next one, I mentioned to you that the hexadecimal must have hashtag. So colors missing, hashtag. Okay, hashtag to show it is a hexadecimal value. And then the next one is vertical, the one that I changed just now, vertical align value is incorrect and should be middle. Okay, and then the next one, we're talking about, just now we're talking about the syntax error, the mistake. Now the efficiency, the good thing is that the efficient CSS table and TD define together. So meaning to say that it is actually combined together, and border could be compressed for efficiency to border for pixel solid. Okay, now the next one, please remember, since you already made the changes, please double check. There must be hashtag. Okay, the sequence of color must be red, green, blue, as well as this one, red, green, blue. And then the vertical align, it must be middle, not center. And then don't forget to save. And then now the next one, edit the trainee style sheet so that it matches the style sheets as table styles required by the company. We did it already. Okay, so you don't have to actually change it. And then the next one, add CSS to your style sheet. Okay, automatically place all table in center of the window. So under the table, okay, under the table here, you're going to modify. You right click the table style, and then you click modify, and then after that you go to box and untick the margin. Same for all, you untick. And then since you want it to be automatically center, so what you're going to do, you change this to auto, and the left must be auto. Okay, after that you click OK. And then the next one is the next question is they ask you to set the style H1, this one H1, they set to white font. So white means it must be pure means all F. So you create a new style, you click new style at the side here, click new style, and then after you type in H1, and then after that you change the color to white. Make sure it must be F, all F, meaning it is pure white. And then after that you click OK, and then next one click OK. Then make sure H1 is created, and don't forget to save. Now after that, in the next question, they ask you to add your name, center number, and candidate number to the end of this style sheet as a comment. Okay, so comment means it will not show, but it is actually to acknowledge that the code is belong to you. So you go to the very bottom, of the line. Okay, you go to line number 20, and maybe you can click enter. And then after that, if you want to insert the command, make sure it must be begin with slash followed by asterisk. Okay, and then you type in your full name and then followed by your center number and then your candidate number. After you've done with your command, you type in asterisk and then you click slash again. Okay, so meaning that is actually the end of your command. And then after that, you save. And then next, save your table followed by save as table followed by your candidate number. So here table 999. So you click file, you click save as, and then this one you change to CSS because we are talking about style sheet. Okay, and then the name of the table is table and then your candidate number. Okay, and then after that you click save. Make sure it must be in sheds folder. Okay, and then that is done. And then the next one, take a copy of your style sheet and place in your evidence document. So here take a copy means you copy all. Okay, you select all, you click Ctrl and do not release, and then after that you click Ctrl C or you right click your mouse, you click copy, and then you go to evidence 2. After you go to evidence 2, just below the evidence 2 you paste it. Okay, everything must be inside. Check back your style sheet, and then next, identify the name of the correct web development layer to complete each of the following statement. So here you're going to type in the answer. You're going to type in the answer to fill in the blank. So when we are talking about web development layer, there are actually 3 layers. The first one is presentation layer, and then the second one is content layer, and the last one is actually behavior. There are supposed to be 3. So the presentation layer is actually to format the whole web page or individual element, and it is usually in CSS. So to format means to change the font, to change the color of your table, to change the color of your font, and so on. And then content layer is to enter text, images, audio, videos, etc. Any elements that you want to enter. Okay, and then it is also consists of an hyperlink if there is any. Okay, and it is usually in HTML code. So usually when we are talking about the second layer, content layer, it is where you're going to design your web page. Okay, presentation layer is where you're going to design all the elements one by one. For example, the text, you want it to be in different color, so you change the format in CSS. And then behavior is actually how you're going to interact with the website, okay, the web page that you created. For example, pop-up message. Let's say, for example, there is a button called save, and then when you click save, there is a pop-up message saying, are you sure you want to save? Okay, and then you click yes or no. Or sometimes the button, let's say for example, the behavior here, this one, This is called behavior. When you hover your mouse, hover means you move your mouse, it is highlighted with the square grayish color. Okay, so that is called behavior, how your website will looks like. So the first one, the cascading style sheet are part of the cascading. Just now I mentioned to cascading is CSS. So the answer is this one. You type in the answer. The answer is presentation layer. Okay, and then the next one, hyperlink are an action in a web page, and they are part of the which layer. When you look here, when you look at the hyperlink, it is actually part of the content layer. So here in your evidence document, you type in content, and then the next one, C. The text and images of web page are added to the web page in the, so here we refer back, we are talking about text, images and so on. It is actually under content layer. So here in your evidence document, you type in content. And then the last one is an action like hover. Just now when I'm talking about hover, just now hover means you move your mouse, and then there is actually a grayish square. That's called hover, and it is actually behavior layer. Okay, so you go to your evidence document, and then you type in behavior. Okay, and then make it as habit to save your evidence document. And then the next one, create a web page for question number 4, a web page called chats.htm. So here, before you, if you haven't opened the Microsoft expression, you open it now. Okay, if you already open it, then you click this button, the arrow, and then you choose HTML because you are going to create a web page. Okay, when you are to create the web page, I did mention to you, I need to emphasize web page is HTML. Okay, and then after that you click file, you click save as. The question asks you to save as chats. Okay, make sure to change this to HTML. Make sure it must be in chats folder. Okay, inside your folder you click chats, and then after that you click and then you name it as chats. Okay, and then you click save. Now in the question they ask you to create the table, and then when you look at the table here, remember you must check the longest. Okay, what is actually the dimension here? This is width, 810 is width, and this is height, 130. So meaning when you look here, 810 is the width, meaning the width of the whole page, the whole table is going to be 810. So you require 2 columns, okay, and 1 2 3 4 5 6, again 1 2 3 4 5 6 rows. So you go back to your expression, and then after that you click table, you click insert. This one you need 6 rows followed by 2 columns. And remember, just now you need to change the width. Okay, change the width according to the picture. So in the question here, the longest width is 810 pixel. So this one you change to pixel, and then you type in 810. Okay, after that you click OK. The next one, when you look at the pattern here, the first panel, it is actually merge. So what you're going to do, you merge the the two cell only, and then you right click your mouse, okay, and then after you click modify, you choose merge cell, and then followed by the next one, which when you look here, it merged the four cells, okay. It merged the four cells. So you go back to your Microsoft expression, and then after that you merge the four cells, you highlight, and then you right click your mouse, you click modify, you choose merge cell, and then the last one is this one. It is actually merge the last row. So you go back to your Microsoft expression, you highlight, and then make sure you must highlight only two cells, okay, and then after you right click your mouse, you click modify, you choose merge cell. Okay, now the next one, we're going to resize. For A, the size is 810 by 130. So here, just the first cell, okay, you right click your mouse, and then you choose, make sure, always remember, you choose the cell properties. After you choose cell properties, and then the next one, you click specify width and specify height. The width is 810 and the height is 130. Make sure it must be in pixel, and then you click OK, and then you can actually check at the code here. Okay, when you look at the code here, it must be 810 and the height is 130 pixel. And then the next one, the next one is 600 by 600. So you go back, and then this one, cell B, you right click your mouse, you click cell properties. After that, you specify width and height, make sure it must be pixel, and then you type in 600 by 600, and then you click OK. And then the next one is actually this one, the 3 cell here. The 4 cell, sorry. The 4 cell, you right click your mouse, you click cell properties, and then you look at the question, it must be 210 by 150. So specify width and height, 210 by 150, and then you click OK. Okay, and the last one, the last cell is actually 810 by 80. So this one, the last cell, you highlight, you choose cell properties, specify width, specify height, head 810 followed by 80. There you click OK. Okay, so this is actually how your table will looks like. Okay, and then next, the image SSS logo has been created but has white corner. Edit this one, edit the image to remove this corner. So you go to your folder, okay, you go to your folder in the shades, okay, make sure it must be in the shades. You right click SSS logo, right click your mouse, and then you click open with, you can either choose snipping tool or you can choose photos, it's up to you, which is actually convenient for you to cut the image. Let's say, for example, I'm going to choose photos. Okay, so here, when you are to uh, I'm going to choose open with snipping tool, which is easier. So this one, what you're going to do, you click this crop, okay, After that, when you look there, before you crop, you can see that there is actually the corner cut at the end of the picture. So what you're going to do, the question asks you to remove, so you choose crop, and then after you can just remove slightly. Okay, make sure there is no more corner cut. Okay, after that you click right there, and then after that you save. When you are to save, you change this to PNG. Okay, because here in the question, here's the question here. Okay, in the question here, they ask you to save the image with a new format called ssslogo.png. So it must be PNG. After that, you click save. Okay, once it is done, we're going to proceed with the next question. Place in cell A the image ssslogo.png. So here in your Microsoft expression, this is your image A, this is your cell A. Okay, and then you click insert, you choose picture, you choose profile. Okay, and then find your folder. It must be in the chats folder, and then after that you can actually find from the detail. Okay, if let's say for example your icon is actually in thumbnail, so you change this. Okay, just click and then you choose detail, then you can see which is actually PNG. You look here, the PNG is this one. You click this and then you click insert. Okay, after that you click OK. Next, place in cell B the image and1 at 3 construct.png. So here what you're going to do in cell B, which is this one, you're going to insert picture called construct. Okay, after that you click insert and then just simply click OK. Okay, now since this is too big, in the question asks you to resize 600 pixels square. When you look at the question, square means width and the height, this is height, must be exactly the same. So meaning 600 by 600. So you right click the picture, you choose picture properties. After you choose picture properties, you go to appearance, and then this one, make sure since you're going to change both width and the height, you untick keep aspect ratio, and then this one you change to 600 pixel followed by 600 pixel because you want it to be square. Then after that you click OK. Okay, and then next, the next question, place the text specialist in still, okay, in cell C. So if you remember, in the question here, cell C is this one, D, E, and F. So you're going to insert the text. Okay, you're going to insert the text. Okay. The text C is actually specialist steel shafts, and then D is aluminium shafts, and then E is gallery, and F is about us. Okay, and then G is actually, when you look here, G is at the very bottom. You type in web patch created by followed by your name. Make sure it must be your full name, center number, and candidate number. So this is Salji, and then you type in web patch. Remember, it must be exactly the same, followed by your name. Let's say, for example, this is your full name, and then center number and candidate number. Okay, and then set all these tags to H1. Okay, so this one, all these tags you set to H1, and then followed by this one, all of these you set to H1. Okay, and then the next one, attach the style sheet that you save in step 2 to your web page, and then save the web page in your chats folder. So here you're going to attach the table the style sheet that you created just now. Okay, so you click attach style sheet, and then you click browse, and then this is actually the new table that the new style sheet that you create, and then after that you click open, then you click OK. Okay, everything is changed already according to the question. And then after that, the next one, display the web page in display the web page in your browser if necessary. Resize it so that all the web page can be seen, all the text can be easily read, and the address bar is visible. Take a single screenshot of the browser. So here you click file, you click preview in browser, you choose Chrome. Okay, and then you just click OK if you haven't saved yet. Okay, and then after, since not all is actually shown in one page as usual, you click Control on the keyboard, do not release, and then you scroll your mouse. Okay, or if you don't know how to do that, you click this. Okay, you click this three button, and then you can see there's a zoom there. You just click. Okay, and then after that you screenshot. Remember, address bar, this is address bar, it must be clearly shown. So screenshot this. Okay. And then you go to your evidence for, and then you paste it. Okay, if it is too small, you can actually enlarge it so that it is clear. Okay, and then next, take a copy of the HTML source and place in your evidence document. So HTML source is this one. You click, make sure it must be chats.html, and then you click code. This one you select Control A, or you can just highlight manually. Make sure everything from the top to the bottom you copy. You click Control C, or you right click the mouse, you click copy, and then you go to your evidence document, you go to evidence number 5. Okay, and then you paste it. Everything must be inside your evidence document, and then make sure to save. Okay, save, because you're going to upload this inside your Google form. Okay, so that is all on about Microsoft expression, which is web authoring. And for our next tutorial, you're going to learn on how to answer spreadsheet task 3. Okay, so